Hold on, smile. Yeah, smile the first one.
Now do a high kick.
Hey, y'all. The first C, cycling, there's going to be 4 C's around it, and you'll see in a second. The first one is about a cassette. And so I looked in my garage, and of course I have a cassette. And so if you don't remember, this is on the back of your bike. And when you have a new kid that comes in, how many gears they typically use?
8.
1.
1.
It's scaring me.
They use 1. And so when you guys were born or when you're little, you usually have 1 cassette on, 1 little gear on here. And so everything is really, really hard. Like you don't know how to cope with things. And when things are really hard, you're in that 1 gear and you can barely go uphill. And then when things get good, you're still in that 1 little tiny gear. And
You gotta have your momentum. Get your momentum.
Go, 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 go. Pedal. There we go. Sniper off. Sniper off. You got it. Let's go.
you're spinning like crazy, but you're not going fast, right? And only over time will you start to build more and more of these gears. And so how do you get these gears? Experience, right? So like some of you guys came into the season and did no training, and then you come to the race and you're like, oh my gosh, I got 48th out of 50. And so you learned I got to work to have a better result. Some of you guys are in school and you're like, I don't think I have to really study for that test, and you fail and you get in trouble for that. And so every time that you make these mistakes, you start to build another little gear on here. And the only way you really keep doing these is by experiences, and vice versa. When you guys start winning and you're like, man, I'm really working hard and I'm doing a lot of work.
Let's go, Briggs!
Here come the girls down the back stretch.
That's cute.
You start to get faster, and every one of those is going to contribute to these gears. I'm 50 and I don't have all the gears on here either.
50.
So how old?
50 years old. I'm not one of those gals who's afraid to hide her age, unlike some other gals. And I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50. 50 years old. 50 years old.
I like
And so as I thought about that, it's like, what is the best part is once you start building this cassette of your life, man, when things get really hard, what do? Now that you have all these gears, you go to this little easy one. And you scream up the hill, right? And then sometimes in life, things are going so great, and what do? You shift down to this little tiny one, and you're ripping 25 miles an hour, and it's like things are just going good.
Oh yeah.
There you go, Blake.
He's third.
There you go, Blake.
Woo!
Yeah, buddy.
Heck yeah!
All right, Blake.
You stopped
All right,
him!
Blake. All right, buddy.
But until you have all of these gears in your life, you're struggling, right? So it takes time, but I thought, man, that is exactly how life is. You just continue to build on your little cassette. So I brought that out as the cassette, and I love it because I always think about that when things get really hard, you're not just grinding, you have a solution because you guys have experienced a lot of stuff. The other C on your piece of paper I'm going to give you is about competition. So I heard you guys say competition. Nothing else in life really compares to the competition. When it's you against another person, you against other people. You wake up that morning and your stomach hurts and you got to go get your kit on, and you see 80 other people and they all look like they're just ready to rip your legs off. But this isn't just competition in cycling. You're going to have this in school, and I want you to accept those competitions in school. You're going to have this in work, where there's going to be a competition at work, and you may have to beat somebody out for that job or show somebody that you can do that project.
Well, that was awesome. This from Lake Travis. There's a little boy named Oliver, and his mom's passed away from cancer, and so they're giving this money to him when it's under his name. So, but it was a good race, and College Station did really well too. So everybody have a good year, and see you on the trail.
Oh my gosh. Dude, no lie, John Little won the bike from East Texas. This is so cool because this is like our thing that we do to raise money, and it came from East Texas. Dude, That's no. We'll call him right now. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. He really won the bike.
All right, don't say anything. Dude,
Don't really.
Yes, I swear.
dude, you
Dude,
won.
yes.
You won the Fuel EX98.
You really did.
I've been looking at my email all morning.
If you have someone to compete against, it's so much fun.
And you have a relationship, man. It is. I want you guys to accept that competition to be the best girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, friend to your friends that you can be. So there's only competition that can build on that. And so when you have these opportunities, don't stray away and say, man, it makes my heart flutter too fast. It's too scary. I don't know what to expect. Go embrace the competition in every aspect of your life. And I promise those will help continue to build on your cog. This is the third C is for chapter. So seniors, you guys will resonate with this. Everything in life is a chapter. And these chapters can be really short. They can be really long. They can be really good and they can be really bad. And I think about my high school chapter. When I was a kid, that chapter was this thick and this long, and it was full of all kinds of drama. As I look back on that chapter, it is a blip on the radar. And so like cycling is, your chapter of cycling may be super short. It may be like mine where I've been riding for 20 years. But when you guys get into like the thick of things and you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend that broke up with you, man, that chapter is that thick. It feels like it's 2 feet deep when you're in the middle of it. But man, it is so short, and at some point it's going to be over and you're going to be able to start a new chapter. And same thing when things are good, man, it's not going to last forever. So take advantage of when it's good. Enjoy that time. So these chapters can be really, really short. They can be really, really long. But man, everything in life has those chapters. And I brought this picture. I'll talk. So one of these kids was Ruben, and he was one of our kids on our very first year, and he got in a car wreck this last year and was killed. And so the only thing I thought about is like, that's one of my kids. And so I went to his funeral and I thought, man, at least I had the opportunity to spend a couple years with this kid. And they asked for stories because not a lot of people showed up, and he kind of strayed a little bit. And I sent a story about when he was racing with us. And I had no idea, but I was at the funeral and they were talking about that story. And I was like, man, it was just that little chapter that I had with him, but it really meant a lot. And I thought I'd bring that out.
Thank you for bringing that
With those
out.
of you with kids, man, these chapters can be really, really short. So the last C, which is positive, is why we're all here. And it's camaraderie. And it is why the coaches come out. It's why the kids continue to come out. I mean, cycling is just a sport. It's just fun. But man, when you build your family around this, and like I looked on my text chain because that's kind of how I communicate, and like 75% of my texts are with my friends that I cycle with, or with these kids I cycle with. Maybe some with work, some with my actual family. But I thought, man, it is like, that is why I've been doing this. That's why I've been coaching. That's why he's going to be doing this. It's the camaraderie, man. And that's what you guys build. It's the friendships that you build. So what I did, and you know me, I can't just give like an award. I want to give something that you guys could actually use. And I think in the past we've done like some silver chips or gold chips or whatever. But so I'm going to give you guys a piece of paper, like I told you, that I wrote the C's on. And so what I want you to do with this, you can do whatever, but I would say you fold it up and put it in your phone if you got a phone. And this is going to be used if you need it. Like if you're in an emergency and you got to have the money and you have no other, feel free to use it. But I also want you to keep it in your phone as kind of a memory of our time together, the chapter. So I'm going to give these guys out to you. You can fold it up there. I know we've done these on bikes before, but this is just your piece of paper that you can keep. It's got the 4 C's on the back. It's got your name, and it's got the one word that I kind of summarized you guys with. So Keegan, you're one of my 5 seniors. The one thing I loved about Keegan is his curiosity. When he said that he went out and rode to Austin, I just kept thinking, why would you do something like that? But you have this curiosity about travel. You have this curiosity about like just doing what no one else does. And so keep doing that. Keep doing that in your job. Keep doing that in school. Keep doing that in life. Don't think that that is not something wonderful to have, because most people don't have that. So here's your piece of paper. It's got your name on the back. You can come on over and get it. This is for Keegan.
Keegan the Traveler.
Yeah. So hey,
Keegan's our traveler.
so I love your curiosity. We'll do Christian. He's not here, but his parents are. So for Christian, man, for him it's been perseverance. You know, we've had Christian part of the club for a long time, and he has kind of had his ups and downs. He's had these years where he is just on fire, and he still comes back. And I think even after his collarbone, he came back and rode a couple of times. Man, the only thing I thought about Christian is perseverance. So as your parents, if you can give this to Christian and just share with him kind of what we shared, he's got a big part in our heart. Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
Sorry, I'm sweating.
No, you're good. Who we got next? Alex. Okay, Alex. So I rode behind you. I rode behind Blake for the first half lap, and then I rode behind you. And man, it was so evident that I don't use this word in cycling very much at all. I really don't, because I don't believe that many people have it. And I ride behind you, and I realize you are the only person that I could think of that has this word when it relates to cycling, and that's talent. And I've never seen somebody come into the sport as, I think Willow dropped you the first practice, and then you didn't need one summer to come back and rule this sport. And I don't mean rule it like as a bad thing. You came in and you have knocked off people that have been doing this for 20 years. You have dethroned Nevada, who is the king of Tyler. When I see you ride and your ability to turn, your jumps, the way that you just ride your bike, you have talent. Now, I love that you've done the chapter, man. You've kind of gone up, and then you're like, eh. And I know that at some point you will come back into the sport and love it again, like you loved it when you were but man, you have talent. And I don't have it. So I love to see people, and I really don't know anybody else in 18 years of seeing the sport that I really felt has true, pure, natural talent. And you have that. So you have the $100 or the piece of paper with Alex on it for talent. So you're welcome. All right, Blake, man, Blake was sort of the second behind Alex for a long time, and he has so much determination. I've never seen another junior that is so poised, that really wants to excel so bad. And he works so hard to become such a great cyclist. And I love that you are always open to riding as hard as we want to ride. You have such determination, because I don't have it. I get lazy, and I just kind of, you have just fought and fought and fought to become our strongest rider out here. And you've only done that by determination and hard work. So Blake, here's your piece of paper that you can hold. Man, and I love you guys. All right, last senior. So Willow, as I thought about this, I was like, oh my gosh. Willow, you again are the only athlete in 8 years that have ever gone from 6th to 12th. Most people kind of phase in, they phase out. And not only have you stuck with it for this whole time, but every year that I was looking back through pictures, I feel like that you have been the adhesive of this group. So being one of the only girls for many years, everything relied on you because of our team. You had to have a girl compete. You had to have a girl get points. And so I know there's been a lot of pressure on you to show up to every race, to perform at every race, because our team points meant so much to us. So you have been the glue of this team. And so that was the one word that I put in here, because I was like, you are the team. So I love you. So Justin is going to do $1,000 bills next year. So, I set the bar low enough that he can still do that. But no, seriously, guys, you guys put that in your phones. If you need it, use it. But if you don't, I just want you guys to kind of remember these seasons, these chapters, and the experience that you guys have had.
I love that guy a lot, and I appreciate everything you've done for this. You've made my relationship with her a lot better this year, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I want to say something too. Told you earlier, you've had a positive influence on our whole family, and I really appreciate it. I can't even explain how much with words, so appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'd like to say something also. I feel like you're the reason that I come back. You set the stage for all of us. You gave all of us the opportunity to come out here and make so many good lifelong friends. And just thank you for giving us all that opportunity.
You're welcome. Thank you for saying that. Y'all didn't know all the boys are the weenies that end up crying on this stuff.
It's his fault. He
But-
got all snizzly and then
Sorry. Ask me to do $1,000 bills, I'll put 1,000 cries out there, I promise.
No, it's been a great season, and I can't thank the parents more for the support, bringing your guys out. Man,
You are really like exactly. When I did you write it, that's exactly what I said. You are.
You guys watch, but you got to subscribe.